Greg Powers, Dave Campbell's Texas football, and I'm out here at Lancaster High School joined by Coach Leon Paul. Man, great season last season, but I know that you guys are poised to make a run again this year. But let's just kind of recap last year. What was it like coaching these kids and making? I mean, you guys really made a run. You had a lot of teams scared. I know I got some DMs and some texts from some coaches who were nervous about playing y'all.
Oh man, well, coaching this team this year, it was really a blessing. These kids helped me way more than I probably helped them. Just for them buying into what we're building here and being a part of the foundation and then setting the expectations. Though those seniors are always gonna have a part of my heart, and they played very very hard. There was a lot of games that people didn't think that we was gonna compete in, and we came out on top. So I'm very fortunate to be the coach here.
I know that the coaching staff and the players and really the fans here around the program are probably really excited about the 2023 season. There's a lot of talent coming back. You got both quarterbacks. I mean, up and down the roster, there's D1 guys. So just give us a little bit of a preview. What's it going to be like here in the fall of 2023?
Man, offensively, I think we're going to be better. We have 9 of 11 coming back on offense. Last year we was very very young, especially with two sophomore quarterbacks and a lot of underclassmen playing, but they played, beyond their expectations last year. Now they have new expectations. I believe our defense this year is going to be faster than we was last year. And last year we had a pretty fast defense, but a lot of those guys in the offseason are taking what we ask them to do seriously, and they're out there, they're competing in track and field, and I'm seeing them getting faster every day, and then we're getting a little stronger in the weight room. So I'm very excited about 2023, but that's just how I always am. I'm always going to be more excited about the last year, just because me as a coach, I'm gonna learn from some mistakes that I make, and I'm gonna make sure I don't make those mistakes again.
We'd be here all day talking about prospects because they're littered up and down your roster. You got them in all classes. So I'm going to focus a little bit on the seniors. And, one of the guys who really impressed me whenever I came to y'all's game last year was Corian Gipson. Really, he could probably play anywhere in the secondary, but I love his lockdown skills at corner. Why are schools so excited about Gipson now? I mean, when I say schools are excited about him, this kid has over 30 offers.
Yeah, so Corey, and he's different. First thing is his GPA is over 3.4.
Okay.
So his GPA is over 3.4 on a 4.0 scale. He has legit track speed. He's on the 4x1, 4x2, 4x4. He anchors all of them. He has a 10.7 on record as a sophomore. In the 100 this year, I think he's going to go 10.5. He's long. He's 6'1". He's probably closer to 6'2" than he is 6'1". But he's 6'1". And his knack at the DB position is just it's like a Deion Sanders type. We had him playing safety his sophomore year, and then we was playing a team by the name of Denton God. They have an incredible quarterback and they have incredible receivers. Well, we put him on one of their best receivers, and he shut that whole side of the field down. So I was just like, well, we need to put him on all those guys that have those type of wide receivers. And this year we did, and he held a lot of those big All-American wide receivers to one catch. So that's why they're high on him. I'm high on him. I'm glad that he's coming back because the job that he started back his freshman year is not over.
A guy like Nick Saban is saying this guy can lock down one. That means something.
Yeah.
In the backfield, you got a pair. You had a pair last year. You had Kyson Brown, who went on to Arizona State, right?
Yes, sir.
Next year, you got Kewan Lacy coming back, and really one of the fastest guys in the state too.
Yes, so Kewan Lacy, he's incredible. The thing I like about him is he's so versatile. We're going to treat him like Debo this year, where you'll see him lining up outside receiver. You'll see him lining up at wildcat quarterback. You'll see him at running back, of course. You'll see him at slot. You'll see him at a little H-back, and he's bought into it to where he knows our offense enough to where he can play all those positions. And then you're also going to see the other running back on the field at all times, and that's Markel Porter. And Markel, he's a big back. He's legit big, and he can run. And thing about Markel is we're teaching him how to play wide receiver as well. So when Kewan is in the backfield, now Markel can go out there and play wide receiver and still be a pass threat.
Now, a lot of receivers. You got Cam Robinson and Tyerick Martin. Really complement each other well because Cam's that big outside guy, and then you got another speed demon that you can move around into the offensive set and create a lot of mismatches in Martin.
Yeah. Well, so surprise, Cam Robinson, he's probably not going to be playing a lot of offense this year.
Okay.
We're changing him to DB. He's picked up, I want to say, 3 offers at DB.
Okay.
We're teaching him how to play DB. That's just us, using our resources. He already knows the offensive scheme, so he'll be spot played on offense. But Tierick Martin, Tierick is special. Tierick is a guy. He's our general on the field. He's the offensive coordinator on the field. He knows the whole offense. He understands how to get open. So we're gonna have him back. He's special. He had over 1,000 yards. We have Emmanuel Choice. Emmanuel Choice is a sophomore. He's about 6'4", and he is developing very well. Where I see him being a future 4-star prospect just because his speed, his ball skills, and he's tough. We have Jabrandon Henderson. Jabrandon Henderson, he was at a previous school. He's here now. He's always lived in Lancaster, so I'm glad that he's back. He had 1,100 yards of receiving at Irvin MacArthur, so he's going to be a big part of our offense. And then, of course, we have the running back that's going to be playing receiver at all times. So I'm very excited about our receiving core this year. It's going to be explosive.
You know what they call that when you have a dude like Cam Robinson that you can move to DB? Blessings. You got some blessings. We love to say that on the recruiting trail, getting some blessings over there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bright talent coming in the younger classes as well, but I want to keep it senior focused for this interview, and a guy that's really kind of blown me away with his development in the off season is Tobias Steppes. Yeah. 6'6", 260-pound offensive tackle. I feel like this is a guy that his recruitment is about to jump.
Yes, it is. It is. Tobias, this is his first offseason with us. Tobias, how I am over here, I encourage my athletes, my football guys, to make sure that they compete in a second sport, because when it comes back to spring ball, I want them to be better competitors. So this is the first time that he's not competing in basketball. It's the first time that he's competing in powerlifting instead. And when we got him, he was maybe 220 pounds. Now he's up to 260. He still has the athleticism as a basketball player, but now he has the strength as a football player. And his ceiling is so high with him being 6'6" and athletic.
Yeah, no doubt. This is a guy I think every school is going to fall in love with when they come through the halls here and onto the field in the spring evaluation period. I was Leon Paul, head coach out here at Lancaster High School, man. Thanks for the time. Of course, good luck, as you host all these coaches coming through here pretty soon, and as you try to capture that state championship in 2023.
Man, my pleasure. I appreciate y'all coming and covering us always. Weebo Nation, stand up.